The design program for the Aurecon Centre involved a number of key parties. Lendlease as the developer in the first instance, but then also Lendlease in managing the construction and design program, and Lendlease as contractor building it. With two teams from the Aurecon side, one team looking at the base building design and a second responsible for the tenancy fit out. By those teams all coming together early in the project, we were able to bring a lot of efficiency into the design process and also into the construction process. The program was very ambitious, and by bringing forward a number of construction activities and understanding what the tenant was looking for in the fit out early allowed us to bring to the project a lot of efficiencies in time in the program and also in the efficiency of the construction process itself.
Collaboration was paramount to the success of this project. So we had a base building team and a fit out team who needed to work together to make sure that we could achieve all the outcomes we wanted to achieve. We had an integrated fit out approach for the whole project, which enabled us to shorten the construction time because we were both working together to make sure our systems spoke to each other so that our designs did not overlap. So it meant that when it came to working on site, we didn't have somebody that had to go and undo work that was previously done by the base building when doing the fit out work. So from a construction waste point of view, that was also excellent and also attributed to our sustainability goals for this project.
Across all disciplines, Aurecon were very flexible and also proactive in their problem solving, and also to help us not only to build it in a quicker time frame, but also to get the best result for the project. So one of the good things about Aurecon was that the structural and building services teams were able to work together, not only with us as a team, but clearly in the background they were working to resolve issues and try and provide the best answer for the project. Yeah, the main challenge overall was the integration of the fit out with the base building. So that extended through from design, the detailed design, and then obviously through to the delivery on site. We're able to maximise and optimise a few of the challenges we had, like the subfloor and the ceiling space issues, and the result speaks for itself today.
We also work closely with the Aurecon services team so that our structural team could understand clearly the services requirements within the floor and the ceiling to enable us to understand where they had flexibility in those spaces. It took some clever thinking to create the space for the services while still achieving the floor to ceiling height within the overall building envelope, as was defined at the concept design stage. We optimised the structural system by incorporating an upstand thickening of the band beams over the columns, and this was located within the 450mm deep access floor. This enabled a maximising of the floor to ceiling height, which is great for tenants and still enabled sufficient room for the services within the access floor.
When you look at a tenant who occupies multiple floors, one of the problems is that each of those floors is separated and you have to use the lifts to move up and down. So bringing a stair into the centre of the Aurecon fit out was crucial to maintaining that collaboration of our people that we so were striving for in moving into this new building. When you introduce a stair though, it has issues around how you maintain fire safety in the building. So through a process of fire engineering, we look at that question. Can we provide this open stair through all of the floors that we occupy and still maintain an equivalent level of safety in the building? We looked at how could we make adjustments to the technology that was already going into the building and the way it would operate in a fire situation to particularly contain the smoke on the floor where that fire has occurred and minimise its spread to other floors. And it was actually a balance of what we were doing with the air conditioning system to take out the smoke on the floor that is in fire alarm, bring extra air onto the surrounding floors to, if you like, create an air cushion through that open stair opening. But also we looked at how we would design the stair itself and the handrails around it to reduce the open area to make sure that we had that positive airflow from the safe floors onto the floor that's fire affected. And in all of this, it's about how long does it take for people to vacate the building. We need to maintain tenability and safety for those people through that period of evacuation. And that's the process of fire engineering. How long is it going to take for people to evacuate the floor? How long do I need to maintain, as we call it, tenability or safety on the floor? And what are the actions that we need to do? So by bringing together some really quite simple elements, we were able to retain that open stair over the full height of the tenanted floors, which has led to a terrific outcome both in terms of the visual appearance of the space, the openness that that creates, but also the communication that it brings, where people move up and down the stair and work with each other and enjoy the totality of the tenancy rather than 5 separate tenancies, as it were. So it's a terrific outcome through a process of quite clever design, which actually in the end minimised the cost impost that we would have otherwise seen through providing that stair within our tenancy.